Greetings, darling. It's me, Miss Angel. I am trying something new, stories that were submitted by you lovely people. So I'm going to read, rate, and react to these stories. Now, what's the rating system? The best kind, obviously. Top score, double D, bottom A. It's not that complicated. The bigger the boob, the more embarrassing and the more I enjoyed your story. Please comment your opinions, and if you have any stories to submit for the future, you can send me an email, DM me on Twitter, or just simply leave your story in the comments, and it may end up in a future video if this turns out well. And for me to know if this turns out well, please like the video. So let's begin. Story 1, The Call. This one is from one of my family subscribers, Pom Pom. A few years back, an American friend of mine and I would engage in roleplay online. One day, for a bit of fun, she decided to send me a pair of her frilly knickers. They were pink and lacy. I was told to strip and then put the knickers on in front of her, on camera. She was voice only. The moment the lace was on, I almost... well, you can imagine. We chatted for a while, laughing and doing other things. Time passed, and just as I was about to end the call, I said something, and she cackled. A little too hard, if you know what I mean. In fact, it didn't sound like her at all. Well, to my surprise, she turned the camera on to show me that our other friend was there, and it was her laugh I'd heard. I spent the rest of the call red-faced, averting my gaze. Honestly, I'd nuke that call faster than ionizing radiation nukes yourselves. I'd be out of there in no time. Oh, I hate when people see things when they're not meant to see it. Ruins it. My own personal experience, bringing up some childhood trauma. I once typed "the dog ate the poo" during computer class in primary school. That's what we call elementary. I was trying to make some boys laugh, as I always do, and fail. But they didn't. Funny enough, I had a bigger audience than I first realized. You see, the teacher was there, and he most certainly did not laugh at my joke. As you can see, my comedic genius has never been fully appreciated. So, I understand your pain, Pom Pom. Like if you enjoy my dumb jokes. Please someone enjoy my jokes. Frilly knickers though, good taste, Miss Americana. I give this one a C cup. Not too bad, not too good, just about right. It's online, so you can always block the girl and then take those memories and suppress them real hard. So long as she isn't friends with your friends, in which case prepare yourself for a lifetime of bullying. Perhaps change your name and move to Thailand. Pom Pom. Story number 2, The Sound. This one's by Lucia, 31, a non-binary person, based in the UK. When I was living with my parents, I woke up one morning to the sound of a low-pitch humming noise. I assumed it was the boiler in the kitchen and was concerned that no one was doing anything about it. I did not want my cause of death to be exploding boiler, so I marched out of my room and informed my parents that they needed to fix whatever was making the noise post-haste. It soon transpired that the noise was coming from inside my cupboard, at which point I realized what had happened and swiftly ushered my father out of the room. To cut a long story short, my father's heavy footsteps in the next room had shook a vibrating intimacy product that I kept in my cupboard, which resulted in it turning itself on. That was fun to explain to my family. Oh, this one would possibly definitely kill me. Like, caused me a fatal embarrassment induced heart attack, for sure. I have not had this happen to me, but I did have something similar happen in school, but it was my phone. So I might be daft, but not daft enough to carry my vibrating Nimbus 2000 in my blazer. Phones were banned in my school due to various reasons. It was a posh school. They taught us Latin and we wore spotless uniforms. And you got put into isolation if you had a piercing or an unnatural hair color. It was that kind of place. Good times. I don't have nightmares at all about going to school or doing exams. I am definitely a well-adjusted adult. Yeah. Send your kids to posh school. Good times. Well, little rebel as I was, my phone was on silent, not in my locker, but somebody called. And it vibrated so loud that the entire class heard it. And of course, I was sitting at the front of the class, like the loser I was, so I got attention for that. Thank you, Mrs. Turney. I'm sure you thought you taught me a lesson. But Jim, the janitor, when he found out, gave me a high five. So, who learned the bigger life lesson, eh? I really hope he didn't turn out to be a bad person that does bad things to children. Anyway, due to my shared experience, I am giving you a double D, the top score. So much embarrassment, it's practically falling out of the cup. And our final story of today, the pizza. This one is from a lovely drag artist and cross-dresser called Barbie, age 37, going on about 22, and based in Canada. So, the pizza. My friend and I were going out for the night, and while we were getting ready, she ordered pizza. Time passed, and I was in the midst of getting myself ready. I had my pads, makeup, tights, and fake boobs on. When you have so many layers on sometimes, you can forget that technically you still look super exposed. So I really wasn't thinking too much about it. It was warm enough in the house for me not to notice that I was wearing nothing but a bra and matching panties. Ding dong! Pizza's here! I heard. Without thinking, I raced over and answered the door. I'd rushed right there, mind filled with nothing but cheese. And when I finally swung the door open, I realized something much more important than the needs of my rumbling stomach. I was wearing nothing but my bra and panties. No! I wanted the ground to swallow me up whole. Averting my gaze, I grabbed the pizza. I was blushing like crazy at the guy outside, who was trying to stifle a laugh. He was kinda cute too. Groaning, I closed the door as soon as I could. Meanwhile, my friend was dying. She couldn't stop laughing. Possibly one of the most cringe moments of my life. What can I say, Barbie? My great aunt actually did the same thing. Answered the door in her bra and knickers. In her case, it was because she'd forgotten to take her dementia medicine. I give this one a D cup. It's like having your bag searched at the airport and the security agent poking through your knickers. Wouldn't wish this on my enemy type embarrassment. Well, maybe a little. Cute pizza guy though, can you get me his number? I like a man who can cook and withstand immense levels of cringe. So, which story was your favorite? Mine was number 2, the sound. It just rings too true. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and if you have any embarrassing tales, and if you want me to do future versions of this. Bonus time! So, I had to record voice only because my phone does not have an aux cable. And at one point I had someone had kindly gifted me a type of mic I could use with my phone, but because I didn't have an aux port, it didn't work. And relying only on the default mic, well, just look at my older videos and you'll see why I'm doing so much voice-only content. Yeah, constant struggle. So I actually recorded this twice. I had a setup on my laptop with a really bad webcam, plus trying to use the mic that I have, right, my gamer mic, and it didn't work. It didn't record with the mic, it recorded with the webcam mic, so it was like half and half me, an extremely excruciatingly bad mic. So so that one went in the bin. So I had to do it all again. Yay! I've added a cheap camera and mic setup to my throne, so if any of you extremely kind and wonderful people wish to help me help a broke witch out, yeah, the link is below. It's currently snowy and frosty here. It's January while I'm recording this, so I'm going to be leaving filming outside for a little bit. I actually fell off my bike recently due to losing a fight with Jack Frost, so I currently have more bruises than an apple in the reduced to clear section, so yeah. It suits me to be voice only, I suppose. I started some new things with my Fansly, which I'm having a lot of fun with, monthly challenges and the like. So in December I had an apron contest where I had people submit pictures of them wearing nothing but an apron. A lot of fun. And if you submitted, I had a prize for you. And this month I was doing something along the lines of submit a picture of you cuddling a pillow or a toy to beat the January blues. So yeah, so if you subscribe, you could take part. I like to do fun things, and as I like to say, I'm not an e-girl. You're my e-girl. Link is in the description. Anyway, like this video if you enjoyed it, so I know to make more further. Leave a comment if you have any ideas, if you enjoyed this and you want me to make more, or if you have any funny stories you'd like to share. And subscribe so you can keep up to date with my new content. And check out my podcast. I started doing a podcast too, and if you want to take part in that, let me know. I'm trying to get as many people involved as possible because I think it's really great to get the sissy experience from as many different corners of the world as possible. You know, and I think it's fun. I come from like an art background, so prior to doing all this, I didn't know what a sissy was, honestly, up until a year ago. I just knew about, you know, some people like to cross-dress and some people call themselves trans, and it never bothered me. And it's only recently I found out that a lot of people can't talk about that. And yeah, in my opinion, let's talk about it, let's have fun. Screw all the negativity out there. Oh, I'm going to have a little bonus. I'm going to have a bonus rant on my bonus rant section. So I actually had a couple of negative comments recently, which I got rid of because I'm a ruthless dictator who believes free speech is should be banned. Just kidding. No, because the comments weren't actually directed at me. They were directed at my audience. So one of the comments was said something like let's make AGP shameful again. I didn't know what that was, so I googled it. Turns out it's like one of those TERFs are the people that are like anti-trans activists, essentially. Chances are they've never actually spoken to a trans person in their life. And like, it's supposed to be that there's certain people that are attracted to dressing up as women. And honestly, who cares? If they're not doing anything illegal and they're not hurting people, it's not really much of a big issue, is it? And I looked it up, and it's like a really small, it's like something like 3% or something, or into that sort of thing, which is such a ridiculously small number. You know, considering all the other random weird adult content that's out there, there's a lot of it that's a lot more dangerous and bad than men wearing fishnet stockings, you know? If that's what they like, if that makes them happy, what's the problem? You know? So I deleted that comment because take your negativity and screw it. You know, I don't care. I don't want to hear. I want to create a safe, happy place for people to just enjoy being themselves and to feel beautiful and attractive, you know, and have fun. Another comment I had was a political one, which I got rid of, and it was, "This is why I voted Trump." Now, I don't want to create some sort of comments war, you know, based on your politics. Keep politics out of fun, you know, and you know, first of all, I'm not American, so whether you voted for Trump or not doesn't affect me. It's not going to change me making content. Another thing is, whether or not you voted for Trump, voting for Trump isn't going to do some sort of magic spell and make all the gay and trans people disappear from America, that they'll be gone overnight. That's not how it works. They're here, they're not going anywhere, you know? And if you don't like it, go somewhere where they're not. You know, I hear Russia is cold this time of year, but you know, as long as you don't mind not being allowed to criticize the government, you go ahead, go there, and you can enjoy, you know, the lack of gay and trans people all you want, and stay far away from the rest of us and our free internet, where we can enjoy whatever the hell we want. So yeah, honestly, it's a very decisive world, and there's a lot of like anger and hate these days. And I think for the mental health benefits of everyone, I think we should just focus on the positives and encourage positivity, and you know, enough of the hate. No more hate. It's garbage. Life's too short. Smile. You know. Just always remind yourself, if you're not making yourself or anyone else unhappy, and you're not doing anything else that's illegal, then what's the problem? People that aren't involved should stay out of it. That's my thought. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to making more experiments in future. So yeah, let me know if you have any embarrassing stories. I was also thinking sometime of maybe doing something like an agony aunt confessions video. So maybe have people come in and confess things that are bothering them, and see if I can give you guys any advice. Or at least a willing and a listening ear, whichever works for you. So, until next time, my darling.